Your passport will be taken after your sentence. So you have already done the time, committed the crime in the country, you've been convicted, you have served your time. Now that you're free, Nigeria will now continue from where they stopped, which is a problem. Because doing the time means that you have paid for the crime. So having you pay further, yes, it seems excessive. It might be an overkill. I've served my sentence, I'm back in my country, and then my own country takes my passport for another 10 years. How much did I steal, please? Yeah, that might seem too much. Secondly, and this is usually a Nigerian factor, right? Now we're talking to each other. The international community have turned off their radio. The Nigerian in me wants to ask, as I'm certain you're wondering, will enforcement of this be holistic? Which means, will everybody, every criminal be treated equally? Is everybody going to get their passport revoked? Now, when I say everybody, let me give you an example of two kinds of criminals. Will Ekweremadu get the same treatment as Hush Puppy? Why do you mention those names? Because those are two Nigerians that have committed crimes, been convicted of crimes outside this country. One, they say he stole money. The other one, they say he wanted to steal kidney. I'm sure you can tell who is who. And one is was a high-profile politician to the highest of degrees. He was so high-profile that he was Nigeria's longest-serving deputy Senate president. Exactly. Now, thanks to investigation leading somewhere, he's in prison. Hush Puppy as well. So, will Nigeria act right or behave like Nigeria and enforce this on, those that do small yahoo here and there? And maybe if corrupt politicians are also found guilty, we'll start asking questions. You see, well, the passport, you see. So would enforcement be holistic across board? But most importantly, we must understand that Charity is a village girl. She's always at home. Charity must begin at home. If these are the measures for Nigerians engaged in crime abroad, which sounds good on paper, like I said, what are the measures for criminals at home? Because we know, we have seen criminals in this country get better service and better protection than those who do not engage in crime. There are Yahoo boys in this country. And if you don't know what a Yahoo boy is as a Nigerian, please leave the country immediately. You are not the target audience. Yahoo boys that move around with police officers as security. There are politicians in this country accused of different degrees of crime. And it doesn't seem like our system is in the mood to prosecute. So if this is what we are doing for criminals abroad, what are we doing about criminals at home? Because the intention of this bill is to improve Nigeria's international image. They say our passport has been shattered, butchered, destroyed, abused. There's no problem. If you want to improve our international image, it needs to start with getting serious with the business of nationhood. So how are you handling crime inside the country before you talk of the one outside? And to give a perspective, think of any country you think is respected. Let's take China. China is not just respected on a level they are feared, but let's focus on the respect. Nobody takes China seriously because they revoke the passport of their citizens convicted of crime abroad. No, it's because of how seriously they've taken the business of nationhood within their borders. So like I said, this can be good and bad depending on how you want to look at it. But the day we want to fix our image, we know what to do. And finally, President Bola Tinubu has accepted the departure of Professor Mahmood Yakubu as chairman of INEC following the completion of his second and final term in office. Professor Yakubu, appointed in November 2015 as the 14th chairman of the commission, served 2 consecutive 5-year terms, with his second term beginning in 2020. In a statement issued on Tuesday by the Special Advisor on Information and Strategy, Bayo Onanuga, President Tinubu commended Professor Yakubu for his dedicated service and contributions to strengthening Nigeria's democracy through the conduct of credible, free, and fair elections. And in recognition of his service, the president also conferred upon him the national honor of Commander of the Order of the Niger, that's CON. Professor Yakubu on Tuesday handed over to May Agbamuche as the acting national chairman of INEC until a substantive INEC chairman is appointed. Okay. Now it's important to note that Yakubu is the longest serving INEC chairman. The president is also expected to appoint a new chairman. For development, he's set to name Yakubu after the Council of State met in Abuja on Thursday, after presenting the list of nominees for the position. Now, Council of State, what's that exactly? Well, former President Olusegun Obasanjo, Goodluck Jonathan, state governors, and all of the Council of State advised Tinubu on the next. Again, advise. The Council of State will give advice. It is the president's prerogative to nominate and appoint who he wants. But there is a different concern, one of a gender variation, which many people may not have thought about. Is it time for Nigeria to have their first substantive female INEC chairman? Now, mind you, I said substantive because we've had female chairman before. Amina Bala Zakari was appointed as acting chairman in 2015 after Professor Ataru Jega. She was the first woman appointed to lead INEC, and she was the one that handed over to Yakubu. But she was acting, right? She was not substantive. And now May Agbamuche, who Yakubu has also handed over to, is acting. So would it be time, and this perspective might seem trivial, but just think about it. Would it be time for Nigeria to have a female INEC chairman? I don't know if we'll call her chairman, because I would, chairperson. Is it time for a woman to lead INEC? Eventually, we'll figure out the title and what to call her. I'm not quite sure. Maybe. Hopefully, at some point, we start having those conversations. And, well, again, it depends. President Tinubu will decide where he wants to go with this. It's time for you to be a part of the conversation. 0817-923-0002. Governor Fubara resumes project inspection. It seems development has returned, and he has vowed to complete pending projects. Senate advanced a bill to withdraw the passport of Nigerians convicted of crimes abroad. And President Tinubu has accepted Mahmood Yakubu's exit as INEC chairman and is set to appoint a new one soon. 0817-923-0002. 0817-923-0003. WhatsApp is 080-903-0646. Live on Facebook with Nigeria Info PH. You can watch page. Please. Of your race, you Johnny Bravo. How? Where? Basoto. Done that.
The people that is living out of Nigeria. Okay? But correctly. You know what that has transferred. You know what that has transferred. That machine malfunction.
Okay, voila. Your voice is breaking thanks to the network. Thank you for calling. Kingsley calls from Rumudara. Hello, Kingsley. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, Mr. Oracle.
Good afternoon.
Thank you very much. I want to comment on the topic you said, made mention of the governor inspecting some projects.
That's right.
Yes, I want to really commend the governor for that. I think we can breathe a very fresh air based on some kind of project that's stagnant for some time now. At least the one that the woman, although it's very funny, the one that the woman commented based on the Droboku, it was very funny when I heard it, when you were playing it. It was very funny. I was laughing at the onset. But she was very, very correct. That road is really bad. The one I know quite well is this Enika, the window, the what do you call it, the flyover. That one is really, really bad. That road there, it's not something to write home about. Honestly speaking, I think the governor should, I know quite well that he never been long, he just came in, but I know he's a very good working governor. Going to do something about it. And on the issue of Professor Mahmood, I think he has really tried. He's for a new person should come in. And I believe, and if I may ask, Sam, please, are they doing this thing as a senatorial zone? Are they zoning it from the east, west, south, or north? Because I think this is time for the other regions to take over. I think the president should do something about that. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Okay, well, thank you very much. Like I said, it's the president's prerogative. He decides who and where the person should be from. It's up to him. But there are arguments. I think I had that conversation yesterday or maybe the day before. People are saying that the president should not be the one to appoint the INEC chairman if accountability and credibility of the process is a conversation that needs to be held. And I think some trivia about INEC chairman. Mahmood is the first person to be reappointed for a second 5-year term. Usually you serve for 5 years and then you leave. But after he was done 2015 to 2020, he was reappointed. So he's the longest since Nigeria's return to democracy. That is quite a record. Marcus from Port Harcourt. Hello, Marcus.
Good afternoon, Chinedu.
Good afternoon.
Like let me say it from Port Harcourt.
Go ahead.
Charity is a village girl. How do we marry it with what is going on here in Nigeria? If we don't start what we want to do from home here, change the ones here before they all go out. We have seen so many things happening here that even the presidents, I didn't say president, I said president from Buhari. When somebody will forge a certificate, the president will decide to forgive instead of what the justice said to do. So many of them. We have seen a claiming to graduate with 13-year-old boy. Nobody could say anything. Today, we have found another person again. A minister is accepting for this certificate. How do we treat this man? To sanitize this environment before people here goes out. They ask inside Nigerian politics today and politicians make me begin to see Nigeria as a dirty place for any same person to live in this. Thank you.
Well, I cannot say you're welcome, Marcus. Well, I get your point. I live in Nigeria. So saying it's too dirty for anybody to live. What does that mean? Are you trying to insult my citizenship? Oh, thank you, Marcus. Austin from Alo.
They don't recognize you. And that reminds me of that guy that come from the that was in power. And so we've been over there for
it's true.
Then that shows that are the right path they should take. Mostly this government we are seeing today, there's someone who definitely wake up from as it deceived the state, move to the federal government, move to the Senate, deceive the Senate to give him that kind of result. A minister of tech whatsoever. And I said, eating Nigerian sweat. Today, I decided to say, yeah, what I did was wrong. People should forgive me. And they let me peacefully stand and go. And that shows that there are other elements in that campus that yet we do not know of. That's apart. This issue of Mahmood, national honor, that's exactly what Buhari and this present president plan to do for me. And it has come to work out. And I pray this man they put on ground land there. This man should just act like that woman that helped Abia State. That the whole world and Nigeria also are clapping hands for Abia government today land there. I think the woman should rise up and do the needful there. Then let Nigerian vote comes out and count. And even if we did not get it right, let us have it close to that right. Because I know election is not perfect anywhere in the world, but our own, I think it's the worst.
No, it won't get there, Austin. No, it won't get there, Austin. Hopefully the country gets better.